I'm Jeff Altman, the big game hunter, and I coach people and organizations to play big, bigger, step up and do things that, well, might be a challenge for them. And that's really where the subject of this video comes into play, which I call Success Secrets of Successful People, and this one's about displaying courage. I think most of us have been conditioned through a variety of different inputs, whether that's media, movies, whatever it is, to think of courage as being this big dramatic display that involves guns blazing all over the place and lots of drama. When really courage for most of us is stepping out of our comfort zone and doesn't really require a big dramatic action. It just involves moving the dial a little bit, moving the needle on where you are right now a little bit, and then a little bit, and then a little bit more. And then when you start noticing that the needle has been moved 3 inches, it may, through its desire for elasticity, try and yank you back. But the goal here is successful people display the courage of knowing the direction that they want to go to and start taking small incremental actions instead of sitting there and waiting for events to dictate to them. They try to make the changes necessary. Now again, this doesn't involve a lot of dramatic movement, but what it does involve is effort and evaluation to see whether this has moved the needle a little bit. You see, it's not just the one motion, because if you think in terms of the one movement in a new direction, invariably circumstances and the people, places, and things around us are going to try and tug us back into where we were before, because they don't like us to change. They just want the comfort of knowing how things are. But successful people do things differently. They make small incremental changes that with time become huge changes that really catapult their lives in new directions. I'll use myself as an example. I worked in one profession for a long, long time and decided I was going to go to graduate school to become a therapist in private practice. And, I was going for my master's. Eventually got it. The plan was to become an MSW in practice. I met my wife in graduate school, made a different choice, and it was the right one. And now, years later, I decided that I wanted to make the change and chose coaching as my solution. And took the time and made the effort to learn the craft. I'm not going to say I'm as good as someone with 20 years of experience, but I'm a darn good coach. And it's the practice and the repetition and the learning that takes place over the course of time that allows someone to become different. The same thing can happen for you too, whether it's in your career like it was for me or in some other area of your life. Weight loss with me has always been a challenge. And last August, I started a process of losing weight, and I'm down about 30 pounds. And it's taken changes, effort, desire, and doing it over the course of time to make this change. That's what I'm encouraging for you. Small changes that will move the dial over the course of time and allow you to become more effective and get more of the life that you want. Hope you found this helpful, and my name again is Jeff Altman. I'm known as the Big Game Hunter. If you're interested in my coaching you, reach out to me. My email address is jeffaltman@thebiggamehunter.us. Let's figure out a time to speak. I'd love to help you. Have a great day.